still painless. Can't nobody play me. I kill everything innately. At the helm of the mothership of drip, you can see me leaking. Shh, be quiet, a real speaking. Voice of God, every word.
And we are in the Steel City at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Tonight we've got an AFC matchup in store for you, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now the kicker, that's Cameron Dicker, set to get us started. And with the terrible towels waving wildly, we are underway from Pittsburgh. And they will elect to not bring this one out, as our first drive will begin at the 25. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while, because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Pickett looking to throw on 2nd down. His throw incomplete.
Nice play on the football, and while it was tipped in the air and made everyone a little bit anxious before falling to the ground, you just know defensive players are taught to knock the ball to the ground. But early in games, emotions come into play, nerves come into play, and despite the training, the ball was tipped up. Fortunately for them, they didn't pay for that error.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Pickett back to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And the return will stop right around the 25. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game. It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish it not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. And he comes back with one complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Chargers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Pickett now from the gun here. He gets it left side to Johnson. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not...
Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. After the turnover, here's Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 8 yards there on a first down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Herbert. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. It's Williams. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. A big play there for L.A. 45 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball.
And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Eckler punching it in from a yard away. And the Chargers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now 14-0. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. Olszewski now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. So on 4th down, the Steelers going to bring in Braden Mann to punt. Davis now to return it. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Chargers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. It's Eckler again. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep is Gunnar Olszewski. Taken in at the 11. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
A little bit of daylight on that 1st down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 2. Pickett sets up play action.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
Looking to throw, Pickett.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. It's been a good 1st half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now.
And now off to the races down the right side.
He's on his way.
Touchdown, L.A.
Austin Eckler
with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half.
And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that makes the score 21-0.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. Olszewski now from his end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole? Setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Well, they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Pickett. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Up the middle they go. Warren. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Pickett going to bootleg it.
He'll buy some time right.
That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown Steelers.
From 13 yards out.
And the Steelers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line. There you go.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18.
118 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Naturally so. The defense was keyed in on everyone but the back on that play, and it took them an extra second to react when he got the carry. It's still a tough 3rd down to pick up here, but a lot more manageable after an excellent carry on 2nd down.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've got a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. The return is Olszewski. A solid 12-yard return after the 55-yard punt.
And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
2nd and 8.
On the stop. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. That's the Chargers' 46-yard line.
Here's Pickett. That's good.
Caught it up. But it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Steelers 7.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 6.
This is a counter play. Eckler. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Got his man. It's Williams. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Caught by Allen. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Herbert throwing again. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Herbert now.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A good pickup there at 22.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
Here's Herbert. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Eckler now between the tackles. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. Touchdown, Chargers.
Keenan Allen with a touchdown reception from Justin Herbert. And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Pickett to throw on 1st down. He's got this to Pickens. He's across midfield. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
George Pickens.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Steelers get a bit closer.
Boswell good with the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. That time they're able to bottle him up, and he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Alex Highsmith making a nice play and getting the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I
would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. That's swung out wide to Harris.
And in for the Steelers touchdown.
Najee Harris.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Steelers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And they're within 7 now, 28-21. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Escaping the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Herbert throws complete to Williams.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Herbert operating from the red zone. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
They'll roll him out right. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett.
And the Chargers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown.
Austin Eckler from 4 yards out. And the Chargers have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead now up to 14.
Chargers 35, Steelers 21.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett. Again, it's Johnson. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Warren.
And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's a gain of 6 on the 1st down run. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Pickett will look to throw it here. Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Steelers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Boswell good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Charger drive about to get going. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit. And you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. Flushed out right. And he fires one incomplete.
This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Again, Herbert. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure.
And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. Keenan Allen, 26 yards. And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead now up to 14.
Chargers 42, Steelers 28.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. Olszewski now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. He finds his man, complete. That's Warren.
Complete to Jaylen Warren.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's Pickett. And he's got his target, Harris. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles. At that time, a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
All 3 timeouts still remain. Keep that in mind. They prefer to use them on the defensive end. But here's 1st and 10. Pickett to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Boswell for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Oh, man, late in a tight ball game, every play so critical, you feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Herbert now to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When there's extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. And Allen's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because